Welcome back to Let's Play Resident Evil 4 Blind. Now, there's two things I didn't mention in the previous part. And one of the two things is Krauser the Trouser. I looked up like this character very briefly, not in too much read too much details or anything. From what I can tell is he was a character that was possibly the protagonist of one of the spin-off games. And I think Leon might have been, well, probably was in that spin-off game. I can't even remember the name of it. But it's just like, that's the thing. You just played the mainline series, you miss out on these little, like, it's like Kingdom Hearts. I've never played Kingdom Hearts, any of the games, but it has a similar thing where it's like, no, the spin-off games have these little added details where if you haven't played them with the convoluted titles, then you will not understand what the reminiscent who the characters is. Like, this game clearly expect you to have played that spin-off title, because it's just like, oh my god, that's Krauser. What are you doing to turn to the dark side with Wesker, Krauser? Just like, Kraus who? It's just like, I haven't played the spin-off game in which you appeared. What? Leave that door open.
This hunk of junk? I don't know about this, Leon.
There's only one way to find out. You operate.
You sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
Alright. Here goes nothing.
And he just jumped into this fast, didn't he? Oh! This is the room where he must have been infected the first time. In that one scene we saw back in the village, when he got knocked out. I guess they must have sent it back to the village after infecting him.
How are you feeling?
Like $1,000,000.
I thought you were gonna die. Alright. Guess I'm up.
Not gonna be as simple, I take it. Oh, was it?
You okay? I don't know about you, but I think it's time we go home.
Yeah, that's the name of the trophy, man. Wait, next, the final chapter. Ooh, hit ratio of 80. And an enemies killed of 80. Oh my god, a number of times killed. 0. I think that's the only chapter that has that result. All the other chapters, at least one death. Oh man, that means the final boss is right around the corner though. That's gonna suck. Because it's too early in the morning for this shit. I just know the final boss is gonna get in trouble. I'll have to, like, when I'm getting angry, just like, fuck you, Sadler. You know, in a kind of like, keep it like a whisper of rage. Like, fuck you, you son of a bitch. I hate you so much. Seriously, why the fuck did I choose to freaking record at this hour? There's no need to use this anymore. I mean, that feels kind of anticlimactic, honestly. All this, like, you know, oh, we gotta, get these parasites out of their bodies and all that. And they just kind of do it, and it goes off without a hitch. Phew, thank God it's out. You'd think there'd be a catch to it or something, but no. I have no idea how this thing works. The important thing is that it's still alive. So it's just like, here goes for nothing, I guess. It's just like, you don't know how it works. It could have killed you. But, it's just a good thing it worked. I wonder if the final boss is going to have multiple forms or anything. What? Why we got another yellow herb? Both Leon and Ashley's health is like maximized. our mission. The real power of the United States lies in 3 areas: the Justice Department, the administrative bodies, and the military. With the control of these areas, we must influence the minds of the people who advise the President. After this is done, the rest of the departments will quickly fall under our sway. If by chance the United States were to figure out our plan, the damage caused should be minimal. We will still be able to conquer the country as planned using our backup plan. Once we control the country, we will use their international influence to our advantage. The rest of the world will fall swiftly. As already stated, if our first plan doesn't go as smoothly as expected, we'll proceed with our secondary plan. By sending in our special forces, we will infiltrate the country from within. Fear and chaos will spread through the nation like a virus. It's only be a matter of time before the country loses stability. At that time, when they are most vulnerable, we will strike. Rejoice, my brethren, the world shall soon be cleansed. I'm really debating in my head here. Who's stupider as like a villain? This guy or Umbrella? Because they're both equally stupid. That's a stupid plan, sir. I mean, was he always crazy? I'm just gonna assume that that guy was always crazy. Only explanation for why he's so completely insane. Well, it's looking a lot like the last stop for the merchants. So you selling anything new?
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
No, you don't. It's just the same old shit.
What are you selling?
And you'd think he'd sell something new, but nope.
Come back anytime.
I mean, is our inventory as far as it's gonna go? I presume so. It did say this is the final chapter. And if that is the final chapter, then this LP, while, you know, outlasting the length of the October special, will also not really be going beyond that point for all that long. So compared to Resident Evil 1 and 2, it is still a bit short. Those two went on quite a while after the October special. This one doesn't look like it's gonna go much further.
Something's not right. Ashley, you stay here.
Gotta fight the final boss. I was expecting it to go on a little longer, you know. But I guess not. The one time where I'm like, you know, it'd be cool. Oh. It went on longer, and now it's like, okay, we're right at the end of the game.
Ada!
Your force powers have no power here.
Better try a new trick, cause that one's getting old. You okay?
Can you pass me my knife?
What's so funny?
Oh, I think you know. The American prevailing is a cliche that only happens in your Hollywood movies. Oh, Mr. Kennedy, you entertain me. To show my appreciation, I will help you awaken from your world of cliches.
Ada, stand back.
Yeah, don't even try and help out. I find your words laughable, society. The Resident Evil game is built on horror cliches. It looks like you got the devil horns there. Emergency locking down elevator. Okie dokie. How do we go about this? Probably not that. Alright. I'm not wasting a shotgun round on that. Come a little closer, Sattler. What's all this now? Oh my god, really? He's immune to pain. Oh, Jesus Christ, quick time event. Hate. Not a fan of quick time events. Gone over this a number of times at this point. And it still remains the same. Quick time events suck. Alright. That's the way you wanna play it. Ow. It's a little too close to cover on that side. Ow. Ow. Well, there's a green light flashing, so... Oh, that didn't last. How the hell did he freaking get attacked from all the way over there? Okay, this thing looks to be immune. Oh. Climb, motherfucker! Oh, he's already here. Greetings. Ow! Ow. Holy shit. Oh, fuck off. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I knew it would be a pain, but come on. Jesus Christ, Sattler. Sadly, you're too freaking big. Your ego's too inflated. Ow. One shot. This fight kind of sucks. Only I'm allowed to do that. I mean, do I have to use those things? If so, it seems a bit bullshit. Oh, fuck off! I'm trying to freaking get shit. Any shit I'm getting to is the shit that's kicking my ass. And grenade. Be some use. Oh, I see it now. The eyes, of course. Gotta go. I don't see the eyes though. So I'm working. Oh wait. Come on by. Smart at all, Mr. Sadness.
Use this!
Oh. Well, I will, but I don't know where you freaking dropped it. For fuck's sake, I wasted my last fucking round on that shit. Thanks, Ada, thanks. I hate when they do that. They just freaking throw the bloody freaking rock launcher at the end of the game. And then they're like, hey, use this and whatnot. And then it's like, okay, it's over here. I'm not gonna pick it up. Because I've got my own rocket launcher. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use up my shitty rocket launcher. As whoa! Let's use the shitty rocket launcher first. Oh, fuck off with your jumping fucking shit. Well, that was a waste. Ow. Ow. Spiky bullshit. Wait, plastic. That's... am I gonna die in this fight? That would suck. Adios, bitch. He wasn't that far away. Classic Resident Evil guy and well rocket launcher. Just barely had to use. I used one round of my Magnum. This fight was anticlimactic as all hell. Was that really the final boss? That was pitiful.
Sorry, Leon. Hand it over.
Ada, you do know what this is.
How the hell?
Don't worry. I'll take good care of it.
Sure.
Gotta go. If I were you, I'd get off this island too.
Oh, you
She really pushed it.
You slime.
Here, catch. Better get a move on. See you around.
What the fuck, Ada? You're working for Wesker, who's somehow still alive, and you just go about trying to kill us now.
Very cute.
You got the jet ski key. Emergency system has been deactivated, releasing locks. God, do these games always have to have a fucking timer like this? Holy shit, that's a lot of money now. Where is Ashley at now? Is she down here? I hope so. Is the island going to be blown to Kingdom Come? Will the merchant die?
Leon,
We have to get off this island now. It's gonna blow any minute.
it's
And they
gonna what?
fucking have this during the cutscene. This is bullshit. Why even have, like, money dropped from that fight? It seems completely pointless. I'm not simply gonna meet up with a merchant or anything. The merchant's going to go bye-bye. All two of him. Question is there going to be any douchebags in the way? They built this area, and all it really is just so we can get on this bloody ski. A jet ski key. I guess you could call it a present from Ada. Well, sorta. I guess because she, you know, is trying to destroy any further evidence and all that, because she's working with Wesker. Why she's working for Wesker, I don't know. But that's always about a plan, and you know, since she likes Leon, it's like, hey, here's the key to my jet ski so you can get the fuck out before it goes boom. Use the jet ski key.
Hang on, sweetheart.
Gotta like how it's still being timed during the cutscene. I mean, I guess there isn't really much of a threat, so I guess, oh, never mind about the whole threat thing, I'm in control here. Whoa! Was it really necessary to have control for any of that?
Wait! Behind us!
I know.
Oh,
Just
God.
hold on.
Accelerate! Is this really necessary? I feel this is really unnecessary. Fuck. They just couldn't help themselves. They're just like, you know what? No. We gotta have another action sequence. For God's sake, game. Quit while you're ahead. Don't frickin' prolong it longer than it needs to be. For fuck's sake. Get on, sweetheart.
Hang on, sweetheart.
Here we go. This feels more like a Resident Evil game. Not in, you know, the fact that we're on a freaking ski. That's not Resident Evil at all. What I mean is, you know, the awkward freaking camera angles.
Wait! Behind us!
I know! Just hold
Tidal
on!
wave of bullshit. Did you really think it kept from being so easily, Mr. Kennedy? Whoa, whoa. It's hard to accelerate and freaking, you know, maneuver around, you know? Ooh, boy. Freedom!
Ashley!
Then Ashley drowns.
Ashley! Where are ya?
Leon!
They just reverses right into her heads.
Let's go home.
Sounds like a great idea. Mission accomplished. Right, Leon?
Not quite.
Longest
I
day of his
still have
life.
to get you home safe.
That must be the longest day in his
So,
life.
after you take me back to my place, how about we do some, overtime?
What?
Sorry.
Somehow I knew you'd say that, but it doesn't hurt to ask, you know? So, who was that woman anyway?
Why do you ask?
Come on, tell me.
She's like a part of me I can't let go. Let's leave it at that.
Leon could have got laid, but he was like, nah, he's only the leader. But anyway, the comparison is going to make things, you know. The longest day of his life is probably their, what was it? The events of Resident Evil 2. So that was a long-ass night, wasn't it? This is a nice kind of concept art for the credits here. Okay, which one of you designers was in charge of... Oh wait, no, that's for art productions, so never mind. I was about to say, it's like, which one of you assholes was responsible for the quick time events? This game had a really weird tone overall. Starts out, you know, pretty, you know, tense, creepy. Well, kind of. I wouldn't really say tense necessarily. It had its tense moments. And look at that. These arts is just, now that I'm looking at it, it's just showing what the villagers were like before all that shit. They were just regular people, man. They had lives, they had families. It was all taken away by the plagas. Oh, it's telling the story through the music and art here. It's like, but then the strange ones came, and the people knew that the plagas was on. I guess I'm not sure what the fuck I'm singing there. I just parodied Egypt, the Chains Are On by Dio. Oh, look at that sinister face. His family didn't have a clue. Then the plagas broke through. Oh, is that it? I guess you only really need the backstory. So you got your motion capture artist. You know, despite, you know, them, you know, all being like American and Spanish characters, I guess. Ada, I'm not sure. She's probably American. Brandon Gay. But, you know, they were all motion captured by Japanese. Because this is a Japanese game. Now we got all those voice actors. The voice acting was pretty decent. I wasn't really paying attention to the voice actors. I wanted to know who voiced the merchants. Supporting companies, Umbrella. You know, that's a thing. You didn't get no freaking answers to that. This game might as well have been a spin-off. We don't really get any further answers. Just like, okay, Ada was working for Wesker. Wesker is still alive. We don't even encounter Wesker. Yeah, we didn't even freaking so much as get a reference to any of the other games in the mainline series. I think that's the guy who went on to make the Evil Within series, I think. But yeah. Characters and events depicted in this game are fictitious and similar to actual person living or dead is purely coincidental. This game is protected under the laws of Raccoon Police. I've been under authorized stipulation results in
Hunnigan, is that you?
Finally, the line's jack-free.
Hey, Hunnigan, no glasses.
Forget the glasses. What's the status of the mission?
I've rescued the subject. We're returning home.
You did it, Leon.
Thanks. You know, you're kind of cute without those glasses. Give me your number when I get back.
May I remind you that you're still on duty?
Story of my life.
My God, what the hell, Leon? Oh, sure. And it's like, you know, like, you're just like, oh, yeah. You know, you look kind of cute, you know, wanna, you know, hang out or anything like that. But when it's offered to you, you're like, nah, man, gotta turn it down. Eyes only for Ada. Reproduction prohibited. Hit ratio, that's perfect for a final result. Hit ratio of 69%. 903 enemies killed. I mean, how bloody hell, there's a lot of enemies. Number of times, 60. Would have been 59 if not for, you know, that fail at the end there. Clear time, 24 hours, 40 minutes, 35 seconds. And what do I get for that? Hey, why not? I don't know what it really does. Now, you can buy an infinite launcher and a Matilda from the merchants. You'd be like, what you buying? Here's some new shit. Granted, you probably won't be able to carry most of this shit because there's no further upgrade to the inventory. So, judging from the linear feel of the game, there's probably not multiple endings. I'd assume, anyway. New round, cleared game. Probably doesn't change the content other than some extra additional unlockables. Oh, and it changes? Wait, what? Extras? Separate ways. That's the name of a Journey song, isn't it? Assignment Ada, the Mercenaries. Well, has it got mercenary mode in here? Movie browser. What's the movie browser? Old scenes, of course. So I guess, what's his face? Lewis. He's dead then. I was kind of thinking, oh, maybe he'll come back as a monster, or maybe he'll be like, it was but a scratch. But I guess he's legit dead there. Oh yeah, and I kind of like forgot when I was like talking about that. I was like, you know, this game has no reference to the previous games, but you know, seeing the right here, that's about it. That's the only reference to the other games. Everything else is just it's a standalone title. It's like the equivalent of Silent Hill 2. You know, Silent Hill 1 and Silent Hill 2 comes around. Nothing to do with the story of Silent Hill 1. And then Silent Hill 3 comes in and continues on with the plot of Silent Hill 1. Completely, for the most part, aside from a passing note, ignores the events of Silent Hill 2. It's kind of like that. It's like Silent Hill 2. It stands on its own and doesn't necessarily have to have any... Well, technically it does. It requires, you know, knowing the characters and all that, but it really doesn't really reference any of the other games much. If anything, it feels like it references a spin-off game more than anything else. One which I have not played, of course. I mean, there was no mention of stars. I mean, there was in the credits thing at the end there, but that was about it. No reference to Jill, Chris, Barry, Rebecca. Who else? That's about it, really. I mean, Wesker was technically a member of Stars, but he was just referenced, but not seen. So, I feel like this series really does like want you to like play all the games to get a, you know, an overall picture of, you know, the plots, because there's like a lot of shit where it's just like, oh yeah, we expect the player, you know, has played these games to know what this scene means. We had a few cutscenes. I also wonder what became of that dog. It seemed to disappear after the fight with El Gigante. Now I wonder if, like, you could probably get... I mean, that's probably the only alternate thing I'd imagine, is you can potentially just leave the dog there and the dog won't show up to help you, so you don't get the cutscene. That's about the only difference I could see. Wait, there's no data here? Okay, there's a scene that I missed that was optional. I wonder what it was. Oh, and there's what? Wait. Could there be an alternative ending? I don't see how there could be an alternative ending. There's literally no choices you can make. Strange. But yeah, what to say about this game? I mean, it's obviously got some alternate modes there, so I'm not sure if this will be the final part or not. We just... if I click on this, what will happen? Okay, there's an extra thing here. Man, Ada looks weird like that. Okay, so that's a thing. Mercenaries, that's a thing. Separate Ways by Journey also seems to be a thing. Okay. Okay. I don't really know what to expect from either of these. So either this is going to be the final part of the main LP and the rest of it's going to be bonus parts or not. I don't really know. Because this is like 3 different scenarios here. With the mercenaries seeming the less likely to, you know, be too noteworthy. Just, I don't know what to do now. It's like I'm obviously going to check out those modes in this LP. It's just, usually when it comes to that, I'd be like, oh yeah, that'll be for the bonus part. This is the final part because it complete the story. And maybe I will have it that way. I don't know. Oh, does debate whether to do so or not, though. When I save the audio and all that, should be like title it final part, or do I title it part 30, whatever it is, just in case. Like, if these extra modes add further to the story, like give you further context, then I'd have to go through those before titling the final part. But this feels like this should be the final part, and the rest should be bonus parts. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Although it's a pain in the ass, because when editing for this, I'm gonna have to, do an after LP talk. That's always a pain in the ass. You know what? Scratch that. I think I'll title it Part 30 whatever. Because I want a full picture of the story before I, do the after LP talk. So I can, I don't know. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna put references into the after LP talk. I rarely ever do. But it is something. Anyways, hope you enjoyed my playthrough of Resident Evil 4 Blind, the main story of it, and we'll do the extras the next part onward and see how that goes. I have no idea what to expect. That's kind of the whole thing, really, isn't it? It's a blind LP. This game was made in 2005 then? I, for whatever reason, assumed that it was 2001 or 2002. So that would make it about 15 years old, this game. Yeah, aside from the brain dead AI and the annoying quick time events, it was a pretty damn, what's the word, a solid game. It dragged on a bit at the end, but overall I thoroughly enjoyed it. Well, not thoroughly, because that would imply I enjoyed every second of it. Didn't enjoy every second of it, but it was a good game. I can see why it's so, highly praised by people, But at the same time, I can also see how people see this game being a shift in tone where the Resident Evil series starts to lose its way, where it's going too far into action territory that loses its horror roots. Then Resident Evil 7 came out, and I have actually played Resident Evil 7. That's the only Resident Evil game that I haven't LP'd but have actually played. And that one's very different. I mean, sure, it's a lot more horror driven, but it doesn't really feel like a Resident Evil game. I mean, there's an extra scenario where you play as a certain character, and that one kind of feels like a Resident Evil kind of scenario game. But the main game kind of feels like it could just stand on its own as a different, standalone game. Have nothing to do with Resident Evil. It does have, ways of connecting it all together, but the way it is just seems very different. It's a lot more intimate. Kind of like the first game, but not really, because the first game still had a lot more enemies. And a lot more, different areas. Resident Evil 7 did technically as well have a few different areas, but it was a lot more confined. It was okay, here's a family of people that are clearly infected with some crazy shit, and you gotta survive. And because you're playing as a character that's clearly got no combat experience, it adds to the tension and horror. That's going back to the roots. Then they released the remake of Resident Evil 2, and it was praised. I haven't actually played the remake, but it was praised, highly praised. It's yeah, they get back to the roots, and then they did the remake for Resident Evil 3, which again, I haven't played that one, and most people were it's a bit underwhelming, this one, compared to the other remake, isn't it? It's a bit, I don't know, I haven't played it. I mean, Resident Evil 3 compared to Resident Evil 1 and 2, in general, kind of felt like it was dragging on a bit, so I can definitely see why they switched it up with the tone for Resident Evil 4. But did they have to do such a weird way of connecting things together? I mean, I know they must have obviously had a bunch of spin-off games in between, but, if you just like me and have just played the games in the numbered series, it's a bit confusing when you jump from Resident Evil 3 to 4. There's barely an explanation, and then you got characters like Krauser come in, where it's just Leon's just Krauser, how could you work for Wesker? And you're wait, what? Wesker's alive, and who the fuck is Krauser, and how do you know him? So it's you have to play the spin-off games to know that. But which spin-off games, I don't know. I mean, how many Resident Evil games are there? I don't know. It's if you just do the numbered series, I compare it to Silent Hill, and Resident Evil trumps that series in terms of, overall number of games. Because Silent Hill has got like what? 1, 2, and 3. The, original trilogy of greatness, where it started to go downhill after that. Resident Evil 4, fittingly, much like this game, is very different in tone compared to the first 3 games. I've never actually played Silent Hill 4. Kind of interested in it because while it seems like it's very different from Silent Hill games that came before it, it sounds like it has its own unique kind of style to it. But there, you got that. Then you got the Origins one. I think I haven't actually played that one. It's on the PSP, I think. And then you had Homecoming, which I LP'd, and it's kind of meh. And you got Shattered Memories, which I thought was a pretty decent game. And then you got, was it Downpour was the other one? I haven't played it, but from what I've heard of it, it's pretty meh. And then you got that other spin-off game I remember hearing about, was a Book of something, I can't remember. And that was just from the sounds of it. And then you had the Pachinko one, it's just like But at the same time, I wonder how many stinkers the Resident Evil series has had. I mean, I remember, was it Raccoon something? There was like a spin-off title that was very poorly received. But anyway, I've just got on a long ramble here. It's just like, well, it's good to talk about the Resident Evil series when playing the games and, getting to the end of one of the games, Just talk about the game. At least my ramble is on topic. I mean, it's not on topic of Resident Evil 4, but it's on topic of Resident Evil. I mean, granted, I was yapping about Silent Hill for a bit there, but whatever. It was a good game. And, despite what I said during the Krausified, where like, I'm not even freaking want to play this game again after playing through it. But now that I kind of get how the gameplay works and all the scenarios leading up, I think I could probably get through the game a bit better than I did in this playthrough. So I might, give it another go, if anything, just to see if I can get the rest of those trophies and see if I can unlock shit. Now, that was a thing. One of the trophies said unlock all the extra costumes. Let me check something. Wait, no. If I click on new game... Oh, professionals unlocked. Well, I'm not a professional yet. I'm not sure how the extra costumes work in the game, but I did not see an extra costume unlocked at the end of the game, so I assume I haven't unlocked any extra costumes. Maybe you unlock them in the extras mode, not the main game, I don't know. That's still a bit blind for me, And this really can't be the final part because of how long this ramble's gone on for. 48 minutes into it. If I did the After LP talk right to be attached to the end of that, it would be going over 50 minutes easily. I mean, the After LP talk's probably not going to be 2 minutes long, is it? Some viewers are probably like, what the fuck are you talking about anyway? Well, anyway, I'll continue on with the extras in the next part. I'll record immediately after because I'm curious to see right now what the fuck those extras are. So I'll see you next time, viewers. See you next time.